Hello, amazing fifth graders. I miss you all. If you can tell, I just recorded the Tuesday video and now I'm recording the Thursday video, which is why I'm wearing the same clothes. I actually don't wear the same clothes every day, except for maybe pajama pants during this time. But I hope that you guys are all doing well. Have you been wearing pajama pants more? Have you been wearing your onward shirts at all? I've got my onward shirt on here. Do you enjoy your time at home and your extra play time and all of that? I wish I could hear your answers, but I can imagine what some of you are saying. So it's good to be back with you again. And I have figured out something really cool. I'm learning a lot during this time. I figured out that I can switch back and forth between sharing my screen and sharing my self. So this is what we're going to do this time. Have you guys been learning a lot about technology and Google Classroom and all of that? It's kind of difficult to learn how to do a new thing, but it's also awesome because once you know how to do it, you know how to do it. So it's good, all the learning that we're doing. Speaking of learning, what you guys are going to be learning about today. Well, first of all, the journal entry is to write about the voyage of the Dawn Treader. I'm going to go back to that screen. Haha, look at that. So the journal entry is to write about the voyage of the Dawn Treader, and what did you like and dislike about it? What was your favorite part? Would you like to go to Narnia if you could? So just before you can start writing that right now if you would like to. Today is April 16th, 2020. And you should put your date at the top right corner and you should title this The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, or you can title it Narnia if you want a shorter title. So I would like to discuss this book for a moment. As I have stated before, I love the Narnia series. I love C.S. Lewis. He's got a lot of adult books as well, but these are more of the children's books that were also written so that adults can enjoy them, and I still enjoy them, and you probably will too, even when you're adults. So this was an amazing book, and in the last, they traveled all throughout all these different islands and saw so many different things and learned and changed and got stronger, and Eustace especially became kinder and more humble. So every journey that you go on in life, it's both about the things that you actually do, and it's about the person that you become through that journey. So in this journey, you can see it most obviously with Eustace and how he starts out the sniveling, complaining, whiny, kind of mean, cruel person. And throughout the book, he changes, especially, the dragon. When he met the dragon and then became the dragon, that was the big one. That was the space. And then he met Aslan, who changed him from being that dragon and gave him a new opportunity at life and let him experience forgiveness and a fresh start. So from that point on, Eustace was a different person. Of course, he still struggled and things were still difficult. And sometimes some of his old ways came out, but he changed a lot. The journey changed him. And of course, with Lucy and Edmund and Prince Caspian and Reepicheep and all the other characters, they experienced this amazing journey and just had so many different adventures. And all of the adventures helped them to grow and become who they were as well. So just the last couple chapters, in chapter 15, it was so amazing that they were drinking light. The water became sweet and they were drinking light. Well, first of all, it was amazing that there were sea creatures and that they had this whole world down there. I wonder what your stories were in your journals. I hope that you had fun with it and did a good job with that. it would be very interesting to live underwater. You wouldn't even think that, people up there were important because your whole world would be in this place in the water in the sea. So that was really interesting and intriguing. And then when Rinpoche drank the water, and it was sweet, and then they gave it to Caspian to drink, and they all had some, and they felt so strong, and they could look into the sun, and it was like this water was they called it was like drinking light, and they said it was powerful, and they weren't thirsty or hungry for anything else again once they drank this water. And it's just like Jesus says in the Bible, come to me and drink of me, eat of me. And if you take communion at your church, that's a symbolic way of, drinking of Jesus, eating of Jesus. But the thing about it is that's the one, his word, Jesus and his word is so powerful that, yeah, we still eat in life and everything, but it's something that fills our souls with light and truth, just like that water that they drank filled them up and made them powerful. The Holy Spirit gives us that power as well. So there's another instance of symbolism there. And it's really interesting. They have this little verse here, a little short poem from a prophecy where the waves grow sweet, doubt not, Rinpoche, there is the utter east. And Rinpoche knew he was going to get to the utter east, to the end of the world. And now he drinks the water and knows that this is where he's actually come to, that he's made it. And then in chapter 16, the very end of the world, they get to float on the kids and Rinpoche get out of the big boat and into the small boat. They get to float on the lilies and the water and see just these amazing, beautiful things. And then they get to see Aslan, and he just is able to make that door in the basically just a door in the air, and they are able to go back to, well, dearest, said Aslan very gently, you and your brother will never come back to Narnia. So Edmund and Lucy are incredibly upset about this, that this is their last journey to Narnia. But he doesn't say that to Eustace. So what does that mean? And in what book would that be? I don't know. So anyway, they get to see Aslan, and it's amazing. He's first a lamb, then a lion, just like Jesus is described as the lion and the lamb, the Lion of Judah who became the lamb sacrificed for our sins. So there's a lot of symbolism in here as C.S. Lewis continues to portray both the actual story, but a meaning that's deeper as far as Aslan representing Jesus and hope and new life. So yeah, you guys finished the book. I'd love to hear what you think about it. Your journal entry is to write about that, and hopefully while I was just talking, you were able to get that done. If not, you can finish it up at the end of after the video is over. Okay, so you're having writing and grammar combined today, so you don't have a new writing assignment. It's from your grammar book. And yesterday you didn't have any writing, so I hope you enjoyed that. And we are going to be starting a poetry unit next week in honor of National Poetry Month. April is National Poetry Month. And you guys are going to each memorize a poem by Shel Silverstein, and we're going to learn some different poetry and different types of poetry. And it's going to be a really fun unit, so I think you'll enjoy it. So grammar, page 230 and 231, it shows you how to write a letter. And I am also going to include an example of a letter for you to see, but it shows you how to write a letter starting with the heading or the salutation, like dear so-and-so, dear Zed. And then you have the friendly letter parts, the greeting, And then the body with a message to the person. Have some sort of greeting and say a few things. And then at the end, a closing signature. Sincerely, Mrs. Gray, or sincerely, Judah. Judah might write that a letter. Let's see. It'll be a surprise. So that's that. And then on this side, it shows you how to address the envelope. So you need to make sure that you're doing it neatly so that the mail person can read it. And you're putting the return address on the top left. You're putting the address that you're sending it to in the middle. Don't get those mixed up. And then you're putting the stamp on the top right. So you're just going to do it exactly how it shows you here, but you're going to put the address of the person that you're writing to in the center, whoever that is. You should have that information by today because I should have sent it to you by today. So if you don't, just make sure to email me and ask me. And like I said before, if you would like to write me a letter, you can, and I will write you back if you write me. So you are going to write your letter. You can write it today or you can write it Monday. I'd like you to send it out by Monday at the latest, and we are going to start new work on Monday. I just wanted to make sure you had extra time to get stamps if you didn't have them, so that you would be able to send them out. But if you want to send them out today, you can do that too if you have the envelope and the stamp and all that already. And I'm going to give you, I haven't put it on here yet, but I'm going to add on this lesson plan a little link after this, so you'll see it on the lesson plan that you're looking at. And I'm going to give you my own example of a friendly letter. So that'll be a link, and you can click on that and then see my example. You're going to give, when you write a letter, you usually include some sort of introduction, some sort of beginning. I hope you are doing well after you say, dear so-and-so. We'll stick with Zed. Dear Zed, I hope you are doing well. I have missed seeing you in the classroom. I am doing all right. My sisters have been messing with me, and my dog has been running around. However, I am enjoying sleeping in and being able to spend time with my family and playing outside. Sincerely, Abigail. So that's an example that you could give, or sincerely, Karis. I said sisters, so Karis would probably work better because Abigail has a little brother. So anyway, that's going to be wonderful, and you guys are going to be happy to get mail in the mailbox. Maybe later on in the year, which we don't have a lot of time left, but maybe we'll do email letters as well. But I want to start out here with a real letter, a real paper letter, because it really is a lot of fun to go to the mailbox and actually have something in it for you, or when whoever brings in the mail, there's something in it for you. So besides the letter, you're going to take your spelling test on Spelling City or have someone dictate the words. And you are going to read a book of your choice this week and next week. So pick a book you think you're going to enjoy, and you can read that. And then we're going to start Number the Stars on April 27th. So you've got a week and today to read whatever you want. Choose well, and have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. I love you guys.